So, Deadlight is a interesting game. It's a interesting game because it has a different kind of style that I don't really play very much, which is the 2.5D, where you are playing a side-scrolling game, but it has a 3D backdrop, which has interesting what's the word for it? An interesting aesthetic value to it. But there are some problems with the game that I didn't like besides that. And of course, the gameplay was pretty cool, but there are also some problems with that too. So let's kind of dive into that. First is one, you're playing a guy named Randall Wayne. He looks like a fisherman with the voice of Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. And I had the biggest kind of problem with him because one, I played him all the time, and two, he sounded like a zombie. He like his mission in this game is to find his family, and yet he will not let anyone not know this. He will keep talking about it. And he'll dreams about it. That's fair, okay? It's fair that someone wants to find their family. That's fair. I get it, but come on, you don't have to shove it in my face every 2 seconds of the game. It's not needed. Thank you. Second thing is that the characters in this game, they're very minor. Like the only one that you really care about is Randall, and then you have like some minor characters that come in and help you from time to time. But as far as characters that have the most kind of reappearance is Randall and his wife and child, and they come in flashbacks or in dialogue all the time. Third, gameplay value, which kind of me describing what the gameplay is, it's like Limbo in how you can grab ledges, do puzzles and whatnot, but they give you guns, and it has that. It's this game called, I think it's called Intrusion. It came out on Steam a while back, and it has a kind of aiming system where you point and you shoot. That's kind of the gameplay. Problem is with this gameplay is that even though you have the ability to use guns and you can fight the zombies, you don't. I found myself during the game running all the time. Like if I had a choice of hitting someone with an axe or shooting it, or I had the ability to just go around it, I'd go around it. And it's really depressing because the game is really pretty, and so when you are playing as Randall and you're sprinting through the city, you are missing lots of the time that the developers put into this. And it's kind of depressing because the game wasn't polished enough so you can actually have a reason to sit down and fight well, you do fight, but at the end of the game where you have to shoot things, but that's not because you have to or you'll die. There's a stamina bar in the game that's much like I'm Alive, which is like, when you hold onto a ledge, the bar will go down, or when you swing the axe, like a crazy lumberjack, the bar will just die, and you'll have no stamina to fight the rest of the zombies or to even run. So that's kind of like the overview of the game. But the problem is that the game is that you're running all the time, and there is a mode after you beat the game called Nightmare Mode, where if you beat the game, where you have a different costume. You have a different costume, and that if you ever die in this game, if you ever die at any point in this game, you will always return to the start of the game. So I could be at like 3/4 into the game, I die, bam, back to the beginning of the game. That's Nightmare Mode, which is kind of makes people on YouTube, I can see it now, people doing speedruns on Nightmare Mode. Like, oh my god, Nightmare Mode completed. Like I can see that being a video at some point from someone on YouTube. Not me though. I can't play this game again. And that's the problem with this game. It has no replayability. $15 went to this game, and there's no replayability. I don't see myself playing this game again, and that's really depressing because I don't feel the need to. There are things to collect, but as I was sprinting through the game and grabbing things up, I had like 96% collection on most of the levels, so which is kind of depressing. And there's only 3 chapters of the game, and there's like 5 levels per chapter. So I feel that I didn't take anything from this game. Like the sound of the game was okay, and the visuals of this game was okay, but I don't feel like I'm taking anything from this game that I could take from like playing Pong. The game has kind of like cinematics that are very reminiscent to like Mirror's Edge or Max Payne. The cutscenes where like it's a comic book, which gave me like a Walking Dead vibe, which kind of sets the tone and sets the setting for the game. But again, it just doesn't make me want to play it again. It doesn't make me want to take anything from this as a moral lesson. It tries to. I mean, Randall has this kind of caveman poetry going on, but it just didn't work on me. It didn't work on me whatsoever. So that's my thoughts on the game. Comment below if you agree with me or you think I'm full of shit. That's my opinion. Take it as you want it. That was Deadlight. I give it like a 7 out of 10 or 6.5 out of 10 on scale if I had one. And I would say wait till this game gets cheaper to buy it. If you do, you'll feel like you wasted that $5. Just make it like $10 not on sale, or at least $5 for sale. So yeah, that's Deadlight. That's my impressions of Deadlight. Thank you for watching.